Steel or feathers? Which is heavier? You may have seen the Lemmy clip.
I've got a question for you. What's heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?
So, how do we respond to a question like this? What is heavier, steel or feathers? Well, in Lemmy's case, he specified 1 kilogram of each, so they're the same. And in my question, which is really a bad question, which is heavier, steel or feathers? Well, it's really a trick question, so I'm sorry, Flatzoid, but so how would you answer that question? Lemmy's case, they're the same because he specified it's a kilogram of each. In my case, the kind of more general form where I don't specify, it's kind of a bad question. You know, the average person might follow up and say, hey, could you give me some more information, please? Could you tell me maybe how much of each substance you have? Could you tell me, well, what's the weight of the steel? What's the weight of the feathers? And then I'll be able to tell you which is heavier. That's kind of how you determine if something is heavier than one thing or another, which is weird because they're talking to a grown adult named Flatzoid, and he seems to have some trouble with this subject that I think most of us probably figured out around 10 or 11 years old, maybe before that, maybe a little after. You know, we're all different, but named Flatzoid, and he seems to have some trouble with this subject that I think most of us probably figured out around. Flatzoid's very different. So let's get into what he said. I asked, he was telling me about density, and they think density is the reason things fall, not gravity. They think it's the gradient. Denser things are, they want to fall to the ground because that's where they belong, I guess. I won't elaborate more. If you want to hear what they think about it, you could find their videos on it. I'm sure you'll learn a lot.
Identically sized rocks. One rock from the mantle and one rock from the crust. If you decided to weigh both of them, you'd find that the rock from the mantle is actually heavier than the rock from the crust, even though both rocks take up the same amount of space. This means that the rock from the mantle is denser than the rock from the crust. This difference in density causes the crust to float on top of the mantle.
But anyway, so I asked him, I was kind of getting at the idea of, well, if it's density that causes this, why doesn't steel always appear heavier on the scale? In the Lemmy video, for example, why isn't it weighing down towards steel? If it is density that causes things to fall, why then do more dense objects not weigh more? It's weird to say because clearly that's just not what, it doesn't make sense really, but that's what they think. So, put your mind in the flat earther, don't get lost there. And so I asked him, why isn't the steel heavier than the feathers? And I'll put it up after I read this, but Flatzoid said, since when is steel not heavier than feathers? Since when is steel not heavier than feathers? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He said that. So then, of course, I said, well, anytime you have more weight of feathers than you have of steel. Since when is steel not heavier than feathers? Anytime the feathers weighs more than steel. It's that easy. And that is, you are shown to not understand that in your comment. Weight versus density is too difficult for you.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?